Introducing 4 experts in the questionable art of crime. Mr. Farwell, expert on noxious gases, former professor with a doctorate in both chemistry and physics. Mr. Irby, expert in mechanical engineering. Mr. Brooks, expert in the use of firearms and other weaponry. And Mr. DeCruz, expert in demolition and various forms of destruction. The time is now, and the place is a mountain cave in Death Valley, USA. In just a moment, these 4 men will utilize the services of a truck placed in Cosmo, loaded with a hot heist, cooled off by a century of sleep, and then take a drive into the Twilight Zone. The last of 4 Rip Van Winkles who all died precisely the way they lived, chasing an idol across the sand, to wind up bleached dry in the hot sun as so much desert flotsam, worthless as the gold bullion they built a shrine to. Tonight's lesson in the Twilight Zone.
Rod Serling, creator of The Twilight Zone, will tell you about next week's story after this word from our alternate sponsor.
The time will be the future, the place just about anywhere where men have been taken over by a machine state. The tools of conquest do not necessarily come with bombs and explosions and fallout. There are weapons that are simply thoughts, attitudes, prejudices, to be found only in the minds of men. For the record, prejudices can kill, and suspicion can destroy. Will the real Martian please stand up?
And now, Mr. Serling.
It's been said that singularly the most difficult feat of all mankind is to find a needle in a haystack. And the Twilight Zone, next time we do it one better. We pose a problem of finding a Martian in a snowbank. It all adds up to a kind of extraterrestrial who's who with a couple of laughs and more than a couple of tensions. We recommend this to the space buffs and the jigsaw puzzle addicts. Next time on the Twilight Zone, our story is called Will the Real Martian Please Stand Up? On our next outing, Charles Beaumont comes through with another delightful flight of futuristic fantasy about a society of another time in which you literally can't tell the players without a scorecard. They all appear in an identical mold. Colin Wilcox, Richard Long, and special guest star Susie Parker appear in a program called Number 12 Looks Just Like You. I hope you're around to catch the similarity. Given the chance, what young girl wouldn't happily exchange a plain face for a lovely one? What girl could refuse the opportunity to be beautiful? For want of a better estimate, let's call it the year 2000. At any rate, imagine a time in the future when science has developed the means of giving everyone the face and body he dreams of. It may not happen tomorrow, but it happens now in the Twilight Zone. In a show called No Time Like the Past, you'll see him as a...